I want to talk to the version of you that is tired of dragging dead weight up the mountain. You're doing all the right things, the sales, the marketing, the funnels, the strategy, but you feel heavier than ever. That is because you are trying to fly a hot air balloon tied down to sandbags. You are loyal to clients that you outgrew years ago. You are making excuses for team members who are no longer contributing, and you are holding on to a version of yourself, the hustler, the savior, the control freak, because that's what kept you safe while you were initially building your business. But what kept you safe then is keeping you stuck now. And you cannot take that next step in leadership until you love yourself enough to fire and let go of the old version of who you are. So let's talk about how do you finally let go? Because the problem is that high achieving women all have a fatal flaw. We are loyal to a fault. We think endurance is like a virtue and suffering makes us worthy, but the truth is the reality check of the matter is that holding on to these like outdated, not true ideas is that it is a drain to it is a drain that isn't loyalty, it's fear. It's lack of trust, it's not wanting to make a better decision, and it's fear that we don't think that something else better is coming. And the sunk cost of this, the fallacy in our identity is that just because we spent 5 years building it doesn't mean that we have to keep it this way, because what always served us well in the past is not what's always going to serve us well in the future. And by the end of this video, you will understand the 3 things that you must release that are holding you back. The first thing you have to release is the day one anchors, the clients that paid you on day one when you were cheap, but they completely drive you crazy now. The team member that was producing $100,000 then, but has never gotten up to the level of producing 7 figures that your business needs now. You are not honoring them by keeping them around. You are just accepting that mediocrity and doing things halfway is okay. Okay, that is the first thing that we have to release. Next, you have to release the savior complex. I feel like I have said this over and over on the show is that your need to rescue everyone, my need to rescue everyone, answering Slack messages at 9 o'clock because somebody needs us, responding those text messages from clients. That is not moving you ahead. It is holding you back because you know what? You cannot be the queen if you are busy being a martyr. And being a martyr, by definition, is sacrificing yourself, right? For the cause. And you no longer can sacrifice yourself and get to the next level of where you want to be. And the third thing that you have to release is the scarcity schedule. Working so hard, like just to prove yourself and that you're working versus letting go of the idea that money does not have to equal pain, that money can come easily when things are aligned and you are doing what you were supposed to do and getting rid of all of the mess and the chaos that goes along with that. Because there is this thing called the vacuum law, and it's physics, because nature abhors or hates a vacuum because it's terrified to let go of what is because you don't see what's going to replace it. You cannot see what's coming next. So you don't want to get rid of the guarantee of what you know you have, even if it's not 100%, even if it's not great, but I still have something. I still have that person. And the truth is firing that toxic client, that's what gets you to your dream client. Letting go of that team member that's not productive, that's what opens up the spot for the next person that could be the best fit ever for your team. And the second you stop overworking and doing purposeful things that matter, that is when the clarity comes. That's when your vision gets executed. And that's when you're actually able to make real change in your life and your business. For me, I know when I finally let go of a team member that was so negative, Clients poured in because they didn't want to be around that negativity. And that was a like wall at the front door that was keeping us from growing. And sometimes it is so scary and so hard to let go of what we know is to make space for what is to come that could truly be better and be all the difference in getting you from where you are now to where it is that you want to go in the future. And there comes this moment where you have to have like a funeral for your old self, you know? And I think the best way to do that is to really and truly acknowledge that you're appreciative of who you once were. Like that version of you, it got you here today. You survived the hard stuff. You made it through the trauma. You outlasted your competitors, and you are still here today doing the thing. But that level of stress, that level of panic, that constant chaos, it doesn't have to be that way anymore. And so once you acknowledge, like, I'm proud of you, you're telling your inner child, like, you did it. We did it. We got here. We made the step. We did the thing. But it's okay to try something a little different. Try something lighter, something more empowering, something that feels more authentic to who you are. And once we release that version of ourselves, we have that funeral. You can say to yourself, I've got it from here. Like, I don't need that armor anymore that we put on that's like protection that shields us from all the things that we need to make decisions about. Because the truth is, the thing that we actually need is alignment. And once we have that alignment, everything else seems to fall in place. And so here's your challenge this week. Identify one thing that you're holding on to that you need to let go. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a thinking pattern, maybe it's a habit. And it will make room for something much better, because the truth is, the faster, the quicker, the more times that you practice letting go, it's like a muscle. You get better at it every time you do it. And if you're ready to release something, the hustler identity, the control freak, the perfectionist inside of you, so that you can unlock that next level of success, click the link in the show notes and set up a one-on-one call with me, and we can strategize that together. You don't have to go at this alone, even if going at it alone is what's gotten you this far.